Hi guys, Susan again of Wisdom and Power for Life. Today is a surprise video. You're getting to know me better today through the questions that my princess, she's called princess by the way, is going to ask me some surprising questions, and through the questions you're going to get to know me better, because since I started this channel I haven't been able to introduce myself proper. So you're going to know who Susan is. So stay tuned.
So yes, I have a few questions. She doesn't know what the questions are. I think we're gonna do the get to know me tag with Susan, where she gets to explain a little bit about herself. Like over time, she will now open up more and talk more about herself. But then today is just 15. Maybe we can do a part 2.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how this goes. So the first question is, who is Susan?
Oh, what a question. Anyway, Susan is a woman.
Yes.
And actually she is married and has 2 kids at home.
Yeah. Okay, you are married with your family. The next question is, where is Susan from originally?
Susan is originally from Africa, as you can see, and precisely from Cameroon. And she's a very proud African lady. And actually I was born in Cameroon, born and bred in Cameroon, in the capital city called Yaoundé.
And the next question, you are not in Cameroon at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
You are in Germany. Where exactly in Germany do you live?
After my advanced level, I moved to Germany. I left Cameroon 22 years ago. And
that was
2000.
Oh.
Yeah, 2000 precisely. And I'm based now in Gütersloh in North Rhine-Westphalia.
Yeah. And how long have you been in Germany? You've already answered that. That's completely 22 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next question, between the age of, let's say, 10, 15, every little girl has a dream of being somebody.
Yeah.
What was your ambition at that time? What was your dream?
Ooh, good question, princess. That's a trap. But anyway, my viewers might like to know, because each of them had a dream at that age. At the age of between 10 to 15. At the age between 10 to 15, I had actually had this burning desire to become a lawyer, and actually either a lawyer or a politician. And I had dreamt to become a president's wife as well. So yeah, of course.
I mean, that's my ambition as well. I still have that ambition to be the wife of the president.
Yeah. And actually, yeah, that being said, I had actually had that dream, but actually as life unfolded itself, these dreams, none of them actually came true, because life took me to another path. That's where I am today, and you'll get to know me better. Yes.
So she's going to talk about that in a completely different video.
Right.
Believe me, guys, like, it's so motivational. Like, you will want to aspire if you listen to her story. But then just a quick follow-up question, not to go into details, like, what is your present academic level?
Actually, as I arrived Germany, I actually took on a bachelor study. I did political science, and after my bachelor I made up my mind to go in for children's rights. Yeah. So I am a master holder in children's rights.
Yeah, that is amazing. And okay, so the next question I have here is, I mean, you are a motivational speaker. Apart from what you do on YouTube, just your life, the things you say, the way you carry yourself is motivational, is inspirational. Like, what is one motivational quote that you hold so dear to yourself, that is your favorite quote, your go-to motivational quote?
I love motivating myself, and what I usually tell myself is, you are your first helper. And when I meet people and I try to motivate them, the first thing I make them to understand is that they are their first helper. Because before you go in asking for help from a second person, you must be able to talk to yourself first. You are your first therapist. It's very important to know that when you fall somewhere, you should be able to bring yourself up back, because you might not be opportune to have a person picking you up. So it's very important that you learn to talk to yourself, learn to help yourself first, and learn to believe in yourself. That there is more about you and there is more energy in you that is enough for you to pick yourself back from where you are fallen as your first helper.
True. 100%. And okay, you live in Germany, you're originally from Cameroon. Cameroon has English side, French side. So how many languages in total do you speak?
Quite interesting. It's very beautiful to be knowledgeable in language. And you know, when you travel a lot, you realize how important knowing languages is. And actually in Cameroon, we have English and French as our national language. As the main language is being spoken there. So I am a speaker of French and English. As I moved to Germany, I had to learn the language. I had no choice, so I can equally speak German. And then I learned a little of Spanish. And I can tell you, hola.
Okay.
Muy bien.
Okay. So just a follow-up question to that. Can you say you are your first helper? You've already said it in English, so we want that in German and in French.
In French, tu es ton premier aide. Tu es ton premier aide.
Tu es ton premier aide. Okay.
And in German, du bist deine erste Hilfe.
That I know, but French I'm completely zero. Nothing.
French is a romantic language. You go learn it. You enjoy it.
I want my husband to speak French, not me.
Okay.
The next question. Yes. What is one advice? Can you, looking back, right? What is one advice can you give to your 21-year-old self?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Looking back, we all have made mistakes in our lives. And the first one I did is going too early into marriage. I got married at the age of 23, and I can tell you it was still early for me. So I would advise the younger generation that they shouldn't go too early into marriage, because marriage is a complicated institution. I usually say marriage is not for kids. Marriage is not for people who haven't understood what it means to be married. People who haven't understood what it takes to manage a home with not only you alone, but many other persons in the home, your husband and kids. And many of us got married at a very early age. Marriage is not for kids.
I like that part. I still tell myself that, even though I'm not even 21, but I know I have to be prepared 100%.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Before going into that institution.
And actually, I would advise people, the younger generation, to find out what marriage is, to find out the definition. Many of us went into marriage without even being able to define what this is. If I were asked what marriage is, I couldn't give you a definition. But I found a husband officially getting married at my age, not being able to define what marriage is. So we see how sad it is. A young child goes into marriage without being able to define this term. So that's what I would have advised myself at an early age. But unfortunately, I hadn't any coach. In our culture, mothers don't speak of these topics. They don't commonly speak about it. They don't speak about it to their children. But today, thank God for counselors and coaches and advisors who are actually keeping the population aware about this institution.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the realest things I've heard in a while. And I think we need to hear more of these things because the divorce rate is so sad.
Yeah.
And people are getting divorced because they were not prepared.
Yeah, sure.
You were in love, you had the butterflies in your tummy, but you didn't think of what it was that you're getting into. And that commitment that's supposed to be for a lifetime.
Yeah, sure.
You didn't calculate it.
Sure.
We see all the disasters around us with divorce now.
And we understand in our culture it's not commonly spoken. It's like it's a taboo for a mother to tell the children about her marriage, how she feels about it, and to give them a message that they will take into their journey. So it's very important that we talk about this and sensitize the younger generation so that because marriage is a choice. You must know that it's a choice. You must not be married. You can decide to stay single when you think you can manage this, because you must be able to manage your life first and understand actually how difficult it is to manage your own life first before going in to help another person manage their own. So it's very important that we get knowledgeable about this institution.
True. And not everybody is supposed to be married. It's not a must, as she said. Whew, I need to come back from that. That was deep. That was really deep. I need to just recover from that. That was super deep. I appreciate that because I think I needed to hear it. The next question I'm going to ask, like Susan, you are so inspirational. Hands down. So Susan, I mean, you are very inspirational. Your life, your decisions, your path, your story, how far you've come. 22 years in Germany. I've been 6 years. I can already read a book of my experience. 22 years. I mean, that means you came to Germany when it was still very Germanized. Yeah. So, like, what motivates you? What pushes you to keep going, not to give up, regardless of the many circumstances? What is that one thing that pushes you all the time to just keep going and keep going?
As I said, I would repeat it, it's worth repeating that I am a first helper. And life can be beautiful and is beautiful when you discover the strength that is in you. You discover that there is more about life than the materials that we see around. Your real self is within you. Your real energy and strength is within you. Actually, what has kept me moving despite all the challenges I have had in my life is the fact that my mother, who is my role model, is a very energetic woman, and she's been pushing in life. She's actually achieved a lot in her generation. Comparatively to women of her age, she's been able to keep healthy and strong based on her mindset. It is from her that I believe I got this spirit to keep pushing, because when I throw my eyes back to her life, it keeps me energized. It keeps me feeling like your mother is moving and you're younger than her. You can also. So this keeps me really motivated. You know, I have been into relationships that haven't worked well, but at the same time, none of these challenges.
I'm so into it, I'm telling you. Oh my God, I'm so into this.
None of these challenges actually were enough to pull me down. They were never enough to make me think like life is not worth it. But they instead made me to feel like life is worth it and the challenges are worth it, because they have molded me into the woman you can see now on the screen. They have molded me into the woman who is speaking like I'm speaking today. So I would encourage you to listen to my video. You would actually see a woman speaking. You would hear a woman speaking with power and with a lot of energy. And I hope you will pick something from my videos that will also keep you inflamed and keep you moving without looking back and without allowing anything to stop you, nor any human being to stop you.
Oops. I keep I don't know, you guys are not in the room, so you're not even feeling the energy. Like, Susan is a powerhouse. She's full. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing. Okay, Susan, coffee or tea?
Oh, I can't start the day without coffee. I'm not addicted to it, but then I've made it a habit to start my day with it. I just take a cup or two a day, so I'm not addicted to it. But first thing in the morning, to keep myself like motivated, after having done my meditation and prayers, the next thing before I go to work is coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, I make sure I always have it in my cupboard.
Some people might call that addiction. The fact that you cannot go a day without it, but we're gonna keep that for another conversation.
Yeah, sure.
And then rice or fufu?
Oh, I can't share my rice with anybody. Right from childhood, I don't share my rice. I don't even allow a fly to settle around my rice. It's my best meal is rice.
I'm gonna come to the second to the last before we get to the last question. What calms you down, Susan? Like, we all get to that point, like that peak where you know, like, right now somebody's gonna get it. What is that one thing that can bring you back to your softness?
The one thing that brings me down is actually when I think of the fact that anyone can make it in life. First, anyone can make it in life. Life is actually what you make it. So first, when I think about that, I have my own life in my hands, and my life will become only what I want it to become.
True.
So this calms me down, like, Susan, you don't need to be depressed. You don't need to be broken. If you're broken, then you have your life in your hands. You've made it to be what it is. So I first put this in my mind that I am the maker of my life. I have been given a life I make. And actually, I look for a place, a calming place. And this is my room, my home. Some people might be going into nature, going outside to find a quiet and calm place, but my home is my precious place.
Yeah.
So even at times I have to send the children out, telling them mommy needs time for herself now. Can you people go to the playground or visit your friends? Because I need the time now for myself to rejuvenate.
Yeah.
So, and they understand that because they know that after I have had my calm, I can now relate to them
better.
Yeah. A life has been given to each and every one of us, and what becomes of your life, you decide, you know. And actually, God has given us one thing, just this life, but He has made us the manager. So how you manage it, you will get the results out of it. So you either bring order or you bring care. It's very, very important to give time for meditation, time where you can calm down and actually question this life that you have, actually question your existence, actually question the meaning, so that this will keep you motivated in whatever. When you get answers to this, this will keep you motivated in whatever thing you are doing, because you have found meaning, your purpose, the purpose for which you are living. Life is good, and challenges make you a better person.
So, the last and final question. How did you start YouTube and why?
YouTube is actually a platform where you can find so many young people. It's youth based, and it's well structured.
Yeah.
I have had to be motivated by so many wise teachers in YouTube. Actually, whenever I felt like I needed to be fed, I knew how to navigate into YouTube to find the teacher I would want to listen to, because YouTube is very structured. You just need to give in a word and everything comes down, and you can make your choice from the pool of opportunities and suggestions that are there.
True.
And I would advise us to actually make YouTube a platform to get real content, wise content that could. Many people go there for various reasons, but it's also important to find some wise teachers there, because after we have had fun we still have to be able to manage this life. Wise teachers are there to help us understand the life.
Sure.
So YouTube offers that opportunity.
So guys, this is how we come to the end of this segment. I enjoyed it. It was fun for me. I look forward to maybe doing a part 2. And I'm gonna say something. Like Susan, she has lots of wise voice if you listen to her. For those who have been listening to her channel, like, there's always something you can learn. And I'm really looking forward to the part that she opens up more, because her life itself, not the motivational quotes she gives, just her life itself is an inspiration. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing more of these, where we can get to know the actual Susan and we can all learn something. Right. Thank you very much for having me. This was fun.
Handshake.
Yeah, hi. Actually, we've come to the end of this session, and I hope you enjoyed the interview and the questioning, and you've known much about Susan now. She's opened up to who she is, and there is more about me. Keep on watching, keep on listening, and the principles that she gives, apply them in your life, and you will move to your next level. So Princess, thank you. It was nice having you question me. The questions were surprising to me. I hadn't prepared for it, but I'm so grateful she was here.
And you answer everything perfectly well. But we didn't plan it though. This was a complete surprise. We didn't plan it. We had a different plan for the day, and then I took her book and I write some questions, and now we've done something.
Right.
So
we love you so much.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Press the notification button. Leave a comment. And thumb up.
And share and share and share. Yeah.
Yeah.